And we're back.
Well, you're shopping for a suit.
Welcome back.
Dinner with my parents, remember?
I'd give up a kidney for a tour of the Steel Watch Foundry. Imagine seeing a watch power for the first time.
Welcome to Danthilon's dancing acts. Our stock isn't...
Greetings, sir. Your noble bearing brings a little class to my humble...
Oh, you can turn off the charm, Entharl. He's with me.
Blueberries. Thought I had a sale. You look tired, Harper.
I missed you too. They're already here?
Down below. Here's the key.
Nice to meet you, Harper and Thrall.
You seem a nice sort, so I'll assume the insult was accidental.
Entharl's no Harper, and claims no love for those who are. But he's been known to shelter us when we need it.
Entarl has been known to charge rent. Harpers have been known to ignore him. Now go on. The short father may send me an actual paying customer today.
Wait, I want to take a look at your stock.
To buy? You're already my favorite.
Displacement. Do we even know? Anything else worth buying? Here's a hammer.
A pleasure. Jaheira needs more friends like you.
We're shopping for a suit.
Right, Sommy. You're on the door till our friends are done. God forbid we do any business today.
Let's go to Calm Club.
Oh, it's glitching. Let's see. That might help. Oh.
Hi, Harper. May Seluna's tears shine on this meeting.
A very formal greeting, Geraldus. You are well?
Yes. Hi, Harper. Standing beneath Seluna's tears.
The lad's a little nervous, Jaheira. We heard of your great victory against Ketheric.
Geraldus isn't nervous. He's terrified. And he's using Seluna's tears as some kind of code.
I understand, Geraldus. Take a moment. And you, Harper. There is something familiar about you. Doesn't she remind you of our old friend Marcus?
Jaheira's meaning is clear. Marcus was a traitor laying a trap. The same, it seems, is happening here.
Quite right.
The problem with Marcus, of course... We didn't end on the best of terms.
For the fallen!
War is an old woman's game. For the fallen.
We shall prevail. No time to spare.
Wild shape into saber-tooth tiger. Red armor. Fight.
Outflank, outsmart.
Nice.
Onward. Nature will not even notice you are gone.
Oh, what's this? I should definitely go to one of those too.
Enemies afoot.
Orange doppelgangers. How many has she brought to our side, I wonder?
Mahler's mark. How many more Harper's dead?
Let's have a look.
We're shopping for a suit. Dinner with my
Moving in.
parents, remember?
Did I get it right?
Shaluna's tears. It is said no false face can stand beneath their light. An old code, Harper. But yes, you got it right. Now I need your report.
We had eyes on suspected cultists in the city, like you asked. We thought we were tracking them, but...
They were tracking you instead, evidently. Doppelgangers.
And they're not just working with the cult, High Harper. They're part of it. Ballists, I think.
Sworn to Orin the Red, yes. We've already had the pleasure. Go on.
Everything seemed fine until your latest orders. Until we started to search for the Rashomar. They struck the same night. I woke to one of them strangling Chelvin, while smiling at me out of her face. She said... It said... that I'd report back to you as normal. Lure you here, and... I had no choice!
I'm sure it felt that way, Geraldus. The others were likely dragged back to Orin. Tortured. Sacrificed. I do not expect you to die for me. But to risk Entharl, any citizen who might have wandered in, there is always a choice. And the Harper must be able to make the hard ones. Perhaps this isn't the life for you after all, Geraldus.
No, Jaheira! High Harper, please! I'm still a Harper. I want to help!
You've scarcely signed up, boy. And there is a war coming. Why die a Harper, when you could still live as anything else?
No one can make that choice for him, not even you, High Harper.
I want to fight. For Chelvin. For all of them. So it means something.
Death is death. To look for meaning in it is foolishness, boy. Childish storybook nonsense. Exactly the kind the Harper would spout, I suppose. Fine. I have no right to make the choice for you. Not when this mess is of my making. I sent the Harpers hunting after the cult, without thinking what it would mean to be hunted in turn. Now they are compromised. And if not for you, I wouldn't even know it. I'm sorry, Geraldus. Harper. And I owe you an apology as well. I haven't told you everything I hope to learn here today. First, Geraldus, you're the last Harper in the city I can rely on. Lay low, and rest while you can. I have matters to discuss with my friend here.
Whoa.
I should speak up.
Orin knows the hunt. In one stroke, she places the Harpers beyond our reach. Separates us from our pack. Until we know who the false facers are, we cannot trust anyone beyond ourselves.
Except Geraldus.
Except Geraldus. It has been some time since anyone dared rap my knuckles like you did. No less than I deserve. I have not been overly generous with the truth. I came here to learn of the Chosen, true enough. But I set my Harper searching for someone else, too. Tell me, what do you know of a man named Minsk of Rashomon?
Your ruined brain lurches and bilious intestines squirm. A hero, an enemy most foul.
My brain is muddled, as you know, but that name sparks something.
Whatever blow to the head has addled your thoughts. Take comfort. You and Minsk have that in common. Minsk is an old friend. Perhaps my oldest. We've fought at one another's backs times beyond counting. And the last time I saw him, I left him to die.
Suspect there's more to the story than that.
There always is. But that is still the fundamental fact of it. Before we ever heard of this Absolute, we received word of a gathering in the Undercity. What we found was the first dark seed of this plot. A circle of cultists with mind flayers in their midst. We might have ended it there, cut off at the root, but before I could send for help, Minsk charged in alone. It was chaos. He was overrun, dragged down beneath a mass of tentacles. I had a choice. Stay and let word of this cult die with us, or leave him and live to fight another day.
And here you are. You made the right choice. Don't second guess yourself.
The world takes much from those who presume to defend it. But sometimes, you get to take it back. So don't be sorry, because I mean to use you, if you're willing. Infection, indoctrination, eradication. That has been the fate of everyone the cult has captured so far, but it has not been yours. With your help, perhaps it need not be Minsk's either.
Let's find him.
As simply as that? For no other reason than that I asked? Perhaps you two will get along. Oh, the point is moot without a means to find him. Without the Harpers, we shall have to find another path. I'll have a better idea of what that is once we're through the gates. Seems I need to reacquaint myself with this damned city.
Orin be damned. Her bloody fingerprints are all over this city.
I'd like to talk about us.
I'm listening.
I'd like to kiss you.
I'd like the same.
Oh, finally. Your hand very wet. That was a bit odd, but okay. There we go. That was nice. I'd like you to join me.
Make space, and my might is yours.
Swap out with Jaheira.
Good. Our victory is most certain.
for a tour of the Steelwatch factory. As if any of us...
Let's go to Calm's Gulls. She has the most fabulous...
What? By the Morden Sammon's curlies went on down there?
Our Harpers turned out to be shapeshifter assassins.
Of course! Of course they bloody did. Oh, clear out then. I'm guessing I have some tidying to do before the steel watch squeals by.
I'd like to see the wares first.
I don't care much for your timing, but I like your gold well enough.
Give me what I need.
Action, not reaction.
The Oak Father's work is never done.
Got any boots?
Short Father bless you.
Again.
Your desire.
Learn some spells.
I've got a long road ahead. Light on my feet.
Actually,
It's perfect for a shirt.
invented the steel watch.
Like what? Told me the armor was a bargain.
Does the hand assist the lips? The lips the tongue.
You two have rocks for brains.
The accents are Lacey.
Here.
Here we go.
Yeah. Jerez's caress. Going inside.
Brothel, pleasure house. If you have gold.
A weary traveller, battered and bruised, you come for sustenance, no, decadence. A mien cool as ice, yet eyes burning hot. Oh yes, I know your bliss. A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip, she gives, you receive. Or have I misjudged you?
My first choice. My sole desire is to dominate the world and leave it trembling beneath my feet.
One of those, are you? There's plenty of room for role play in our establishment.
If you have a change of heart and wish to be subdued, it's Fionn you should speak to when she comes back. Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another. Choose your sin.
In the flop house lies a freshly killed corpse, a lady dwarf. That be Fionn.
Murdered! Ye gods, the poor thing! Oh, by the mother of cats, I pray she didn't suffer. I'll miss that face. Else, the regulars will miss her more. They swarmed her like honeybees at the hive. Oh. Losing Fionn slashed a big hole in my coin purse. I should get to replacing her.
A woman is dead and concerned about money.
Sweeting, this is Baldur's Gate. I've seen more murders than a butcher's right eye. There'll be time for tears. Cruel as it is, I must turn my mind to business, or, more precisely, the lack of it.
I do not like you. Surely you can spare it a reward for this information.
I have little coin, but I offer sin in abundance. Talk with the Drow twins in the tap room. They're legends among the regulars, almost myths. Tell them they're your gift from the Mamselle, and let them show you why. Anything else on your mind, sweeting?
Game.
9 hells! You followed me all the way here? What could you possibly want with me now?
I found the explosive toy bears you donated to the refugees.
What? How? 9 hells? Whatever you think you know, I'm sure some gold would help you to forget.
I'm here to see you brought to justice.
Please don't. What do you want from me? It's not my fault. I was forced to do this. Framed even. They would have killed me if I refused to rig the toys. And they're definitely going to kill me now.
They? Who is this they?
I can't tell you. I won't tell you.
Tell me who they are, or you'll be dead before they even get to you.
All right. Just don't hurt me. The teddy bears were an experiment. My greatest invention. A clever little device in their chest allows them to speak. But there's more. Smoke powder inside the device. I collect packages from Verloga's fireworks in the lower city and stuff the bears with it. Not because I want to, because I have to. Otherwise they'll kill me.
So you'd rather kill children than risk your own skin?
It sounds terrible when you put it like that, but maybe you can put a stop to this whole operation. I don't know who's in charge, but it starts at the fireworks shop. That's where the packages come from. Go there, tell them Uncle Verloga sent you, and they'll show you the smoke powder. Lots of it. There. I told you what you wanted to know. Now, will you let me go?
His plea comes with an offering. A pass granting you access to the lower city.
Thanks, but I'll need all your gold too.
Here, take it, all of it. I don't care. You'll never see me again, I promise.
What's up for discussion?
Another case closed, another bottle open! Huzzah to Valeria! Hang on a tick. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something.
Afraid so. She asked me to find Father Lorgan's real killer, seeing as you can't be bothered.
Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine. If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found?
Father Lorgan's motor is just part of one bigger plot, a ball plot.
A Baal plot? You as well? Devella's been harping on about Baal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear-mongering. But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Fine. I'll bite. What's your theory?
Father Ball is letting his children out to play. His acolytes are out running red and rampant.
Well, if that's true, that sounds dreadful. And complicated. As if this cult of the Absolute wasn't enough to worry about. Constable Devella is going to be a real pain in the trunk about this. Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her out? She'll be at the Elf Song Tavern. Show her the list, and I'll stay and inform the Fist here. Oh, and you'll need this pass. It'll give you access to the lower city. Well? What are you waiting for? You've a bloody conspiracy to solve. Move!
Come on. Succeed, succeed. Come on. Damn it.
You don't have to think about a thing.
You two have rocks for brains. What were you thinking?
Moan loudly in the library at all times.
I'm not going inside. You must hear me, devil. I will do whatever it takes, give you anything you ask.
There is only one thing in this world that I desire. You do not have it, and you never will.
The Kithrak? What deal would he make with this devil?
You must help me, Raphael, for the sake of my people.
Hush now, Voss. These guests may not know it yet, but they want the same thing that you do. And unlike you, they have something of value to offer in return.
Lae'zel, Talak Magir. The devil holds the key to freeing the Gith people. Right here, right now. You could seal our fate. Whatever you discuss with this devil, I must hear of it. Find me below in the tap room. once you're loosed from his claws.
I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
I feel empty. What did you do?
I gave you back your privacy by shutting that illithid in your pocket out of your mind. It can't hear us.
I trust the illithid more than I trust you.
Oh, calm. It's the reason you're in this predicament. And I'm your only way out of it. Indulge me, and at least hear me out. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far. But no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you, and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though.
Orpheus.
Very perceptive. Yes. I can give you the means to break him free.
Speak, devil. We're listening.
Go on.
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now.
Sounds too good to be true.
Good and truth rarely go hand in hand, but in this case, they are happy bedfellows, and we can be too. I swear to you, I have the solution to your problem.
It's very convenient that you have exactly what I want.
Isn't it just? And it's even more convenient that you can give me exactly what I want in return.
Suppose you want my soul, and what are you hoping to get out of all this?
Power. You free Orpheus, and in doing so save the city, the Sword Coast, perhaps the whole world, and your own precious skin too. And you give me the crown that dominates the Elder Brain. And you, Lae'zel of Kalir, want to free the Forgotten Prince, do you not?
I want nothing more.
Then it is settled, is it not? A crown for a hammer. A bargain of a lifetime, Lae'zel of Kalir.
Handing that crown to this devil will be like feeding gunpowder to a lava worm. Agree to nothing.
I'm tempted. But tell me why you're so eager to get a hold of the crown.
I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Karsus created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a happy meeting, and Carsus was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic. A crown that would make any who wore it a god. Men cannot contain so much power. The crown destroyed its creator, and his empire fell with him. Carsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world, and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the Nine under one Archdevil Supreme. Me.
What makes you think you'd succeed in using the crown where Carsus couldn't?
I am no mortal, and I do not fail.
You don't fail, how come you didn't get a hold of the crown way back then?
The archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid archivist. So much power and potential kept inert. He made a miracle into a museum piece. I raged. But only for a decade or so. Then I waited, ever watching for more than 1,000 years, for a mistake, a mishap, a misadventure. And these chosen, who have caused you so much trouble accidentally, did me a favor. They brought the crown back into play.
How did they come to have the crown?
Through the aid of a diabolist, somebody capable of opening a portal to the Hells. Deep in the Hells. They must have raided Mephistopheles' vault. Impressive, I must admit. But they'll be dead soon. If you don't kill them, the Elder Brain will. It doesn't have feelings in the way you'd understand them. But it seems rather angry. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's deal and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Carsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
Skvar! We should do as the devil asks. The Prince of the Comet must rise again.
I'll control the crown myself once I have the nether stones.
Oh, I'm sorry, you were serious? The crown has laid low all who attempt to harness its power. Archwizards, emperors, gods. It would tear you apart.
No deal, Raphael. Leaving.
I won't stop you. But time is running out. So, don't stay away for long. If you see reason, I'll be here, waiting. Right up to the moment the world ends.
We must claim the crown of Carsus for ourselves, before anyone else does.
What were you thinking?
The means to loosing the Prince of the Comet was within our grasp, and you refused it. Why?
Because we don't need the deal. We can take the hammer from the House of Hope.
I wanted to follow the open valley, the easy way out. You chose the brambled path. I'm annoyed by it, and I admire you for it. We must speak with Voss, then we find our way to Raphael's House of Hope. We'll take the Orphic hammer and use it to smash the true heir's bonds.
Indeed.
Yisk Githkar Tafki Crashed. The Githyanki will be free.
Also has I can't hear you. In a brothel.
There you are. I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts.
It was Raphael.
Raphael? Well, thank you for your honesty. Of course, I should have known the devil would come sniffing. The stench of impending chaos is irresistible to them. And what did he want with you?
He wants the crown that's on the brain.
Giving a devil what he wants sounds like a brilliant idea. And what did he offer you in return for bringing it to him?
The means. Does it matter? I said no.
I am glad you had the sense to turn him down. But it certainly does matter. Anything that threatens our alliance threatens our chances of defeating the Elder Brain. So I ask you again. What were the terms of the deal he offered you?
He wanted the crown the brain is wearing and offered me the means to free Orpheus. Yep. 10.
An horrendous deal.
And horrendous deal.
A crown of sufficient power to dominate an Elder Brain atop a devil's head. You would be trading one apocalyptic event for another. Thank you for telling me. And for rejecting him. And now, we must be doubly on our guard. The devil is like a cockroach. No matter what you do to it, it will always come back. I doubt this will be the last time you are approached. I trust that you will continue to remember who is really on your side. Without my protection, you cannot defeat the Elder Brain. You cannot even get close to it, no matter what the devil whispers in your ear.
Don't give me trouble now.
Mate, it's your birthday. You deserve to cut in.
The librarian does this thing with her whip.
Beyond journal. He's getting worse. The whispers, the night terrors, the blood. I know he's hiding something. Others in the flop house know it too. I've seen how they look at him, how they look at me. They're scared of him. I can't blame them. There we go.
Shures's caress isn't just about wetting your whistle. It's dancing, dinner, drinks.
Exactly. Pleasure isn't just physical, it's a state of mind.
I just have such a headache.
I wish I could kiss you better. I mean, to try.
Tell me, am I beautiful?
More than beautiful. You are the aurora stretched across the north skies. You are the golden dunes swept across the Kalim. You are the fruit of the forbidden palm, soft on my skin, sweet on my tongue. You are my sin and salvation.
Whisper.
Your parasite stirs, and you gaze at the nymph through the flaming fist's hungry eyes. Your muscles shiver with her longing. Your skin burns with her heat.
What's wrong, Jara?
What are you? Wait. I know you.
You aren't safe. Get out of here now.
I don't understand. What's...
Your face. The Absolute has shown me.
Jara, what's going on? Who's this man?
Your head screams in agony. The change has come. Pustules boiling beneath your skin, your bones twisting, your flesh rupturing. And suddenly, silence.
What's happening?
Ready and willing. I venture forth.
Let our enemies' corpses nourish the ground. Oak Father, guide me.
Time to push my luck again.
I will ascend. Taking position.
Hells. I'd heard tales of mind flayers. Talons sharp as daggers and tentacles yet more fearsome. But no tale did justice to its ethereal beauty. It floats like a butterfly. Its blood shimmers like silver.
Your client is dead. I thought you'd be more upset.
Who? Oh, yes. Jara. I will miss her coin, it's true. Though perhaps this is not what you meant. Free your mind of her. Let us look forward, never back.
Her gaze intensifies. Your breath quickens and your heart skips a beat. The woman's senses are heightened and her fire stoked. The mind flayer is no mere curiosity, but an object of desire.
That creature aroused you, didn't it?
Why should I deny it? My urge is as natural as the grape upon the vine.
Is it?
But perhaps there are other flavors that might satisfy my palate.
I'm not interested in sex, but thanks.
Not sex. Something far more intoxicating. Rapture. Close your eyes and listen.
You see only darkness. Her voice shines through it, warmer than the sun, yet cooler than night.
The all-being. Here, there is no suffering. Here, you want for nothing. Here, you are anything. You have one word. Tell me, what will you be?
Sane.
You are sane. Time dances on in sequence. The winding path of time evens and becomes straight. With a quiet head, you can once again hear the song of the birds and the wind in the grass. You pluck a flower, and it does not bleed.
Your flesh shivers, your heart bursts. True ecstasy for one fleeting moment.
Open your eyes. I'll remember you, and you'll remember me.
Need to find a way forward. I'll give it a shot.
Here we're when you met the drought.
I should speak up.
Hey!
Not that type of service down here, love. I've got a husband. And you ain't my type.
I can do better than you anyway.
Not if you're looking for something to eat. Now shoo.
Pangs of warrior cast often over Madame Amira nowadays. My. I can tell you are a special one from a single glance. You have but to ask, and we can grant you a moment of pleasure. Don't be shy.
What kind of services do you provide?
What do you think, silly? Love, of course. Hot and vulgar with me, or sweet and sincere with my sister. Trust me, you don't want to miss my signature Mesobaranzan love trick.
And is that your partner with you? What a gorgeous couple. Perhaps we could come to an agreement.
Agreement. Kind of agreement.
We want both of you, silly. At the same time.
I do not share what is mine, and I will not be shared.
I couldn't have said it any better.
Good.
I won't let anything. You haven't even gone inside yet.
I'll know it when I see it.
I'm not going inside.
Decadent delight.
What to do? Alright.
Raphael must be raging we didn't take his deal. Luckily, his desperation made him careless. Did you hear what he said? The hammer's in his house of hope. If we wanted, we could steal it right out from under his nose. Granted, it wouldn't be easy. Devils guard their treasure by especially lethal means.
What do you suggest?
We would need to find a diabolist. One worth their salt should be able to get us into that devil's lair. One last trip to Avernus. At least it'd be for a good reason, right?
Come on, we're heading out.
No room in your party. What should I do?
Oh.
Now we're talking.
Raphael thought he could outsmart us, but there are other ways to get the Orphic hammer. Guaranteed. We know he keeps it in the House of Hope. If we can find a diabolist, they could help us make our way in.
I'd like you to join me.
Sorry, but there's no room for me. I like how you think. Where am I needed?
Yeah, that works. Huh? Any? Sell that. Sell it. I can get sold. There you Level up. Stick arcane. Spells. Block of
The librarian does this thing with her. Oh, honey! Stop it. Honey is a luxury. We don't need honey. But I love honey. Such a prude.
Birthday boy.
Slow down.
There we go.
Breath for me. Yeah?
At least things have stayed interesting. Have I been this way before?
Let's go to Calm's Guards. She has the most...
What I wouldn't give to meet the Gondian who invented the steel watch. Actually, Gortash invented the steel watch? No, he merely offered patronage. The Gondians built the steel watch.
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Worms Rock's closed for the day.
Not close to Duke Ulder Ravengard's own son, surely.
You having a laugh, devil boy? I know Ravengard, and last I knew, his spawn wasn't sporting those horns. The joke's on you. No entry. That's the end of it.
Investor Valyria needs me in the lower city as serial killers on the list.
Valyria? Well, I'm not messing about with a murder inquiry for damn sure. Straight ahead across the bridge. A blind ogre couldn't miss it.
Interesting.
Naughty, naughty, naughty little master. You have disobeyed your father's wishes one time too many. For he who fights with monsters should look to it that he himself becomes a monster. When you gaze long into the abyss also gazes into you. Another will embrace what you have rejected, and that other will be your death. But your father loves you dearly. You may re-inherit yourself yet. Slaughter your line. Become the last of your name. Lord Baal shall have but one chosen.
Memories flood back, snatches of your story written in the blood of 1,000 victims. Years spent in worship of Baal, leading his savage congregation in prayer, sacrifice, and slaughter. You were their master, and he was yours. A cruel master, a dread lord, a devoted father. All is as you feared. You are a spawn of Baal, his heir, his scion. And yet, you know you will never be free of your urge if you don't confront your past. You are not the last of your name. Not yet. There is another. The abomination wrapped in flesh you saw in the colony. Orin, it's time for a family reunion. But be wary of your confessors. Will friend turn to foe, knowing what you are?
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
Greetings, old friend. Orin told me you were on your way here, but I scarcely believed it. Welcome back to Baldur's Gate. Welcome home. Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
Personal invitation from Gortash. We shouldn't have any more trouble from the guards.
Copper for your thoughts?
I've discovered I'm a Belial spawn, a child of the god of murder.
That's a heavy weight. I know you can carry it, but it's heavy all the same. You are so much more than your parents. You're more than the affliction that wants to consume you. You are my friend, and you get to choose your destiny. Choose well, all right? Please.
Hells, not this again.
The brain appears to be resisting its masters. It's acting of its own will.
What's up for discussion?
Hush. Patriarchs are upstairs. Lord Janeth could call for me at any moment.
Lady Alia says the Absolute's army.
If it isn't little Will, straight to your handler. And I didn't even have to whistle.
Mizora, I've had enough. You owe your life to me. Time to end the pact.
Feeling cheeky, are we? Most unbecoming. Heard about your father. The Absolute's puppet. A damned travesty, if you ask me. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid party, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after.
Let's see what this does.
Kinspeople, Baldurians, friends, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
My father's here, Karlak. Cool your fires. He must not come to harm.
Careful, Karlak. We can't risk a confrontation here.
So we bide our time. But make no mistake, that monkey is mine.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay their respects.
Come on, don't freeze on me. Don't freeze on me, you stupid game.
My respects! You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
My favorite assassin. I'm so glad you've returned to my side.
Hang on, what? You know each other?
We have important matters to address. My reunion with Karlak can wait.
Wait, you know me as well as Karlak?
Oh, I'd forgotten. Your memories are quite lost, aren't they? Orin told me she'd made a fool of you. To think you and Karlak traveled together all this time and she hadn't the faintest you were one of my nearest and dearest. Let me clear up some mysteries then. It's about time, I think. You and I initiated this plot. We discussed in depth the failures of our predecessors and how to avoid them. We understood that if we could unite, no one could stand in the way of the Dead Three. So, unite we did. First, we obtained the crown. Then we enslaved the brain. From there, it was but a small step to the most successful religious hoax ever perpetrated.
Is he telling the truth?
It seems so.
In Baal's name, you set your bloody daggers to cause panic in the streets, killing in the Absolute's name. You would have carried out that part of the plan had Orin not ruined your hard work. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorn. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. The faithful will do anything in the name of their god. It was all going so well, until you vanished. Orin informed us that henceforth she would speak for the Temple of Baal and act on their behalf. But she made a mess of things. Unlike you, she cannot control herself.
Hang on. What the fuck is going on here?
I'm back now, and a reckoning awaits.
Indeed you are. Look at you. Cold-blooded as ever. When Ketheric fell, I feared the worst. That our plans would fail like so many before because of discord among ourselves. Now you've returned. We can achieve all of our dreams still. You brought Thorm's Netherstone. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorm's, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the Crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, a bleak prospect. But it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I renew our old partnership. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain.
I'm a changed person. Oh. I'm a changed person. I'm not siding with you ever again.
Baal isn't done with you. You must know that. You have effortless talents. Killing instinctually, like you breathe blood. Stand with Baal, or it will spell your doom. But I can offer some aid for the storm you're about to weather.
You should hear him out.
With Ketheric gone, Orin proves treacherous. She wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her.
If she wants my blood, she'll have to find me first.
Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains...
We're being awfully loud
stones,
about this
she'll plunge the
nefarious
coast
plot.
into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. So I turn to you, the former ruler of the cult of Baal.
It's going to take a lot to make me trust you.
Let's make our pact anew. A divine oath, sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the three are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute.
And my father?
The urge, the deplorably brutal urge sickens within you. When you level the world over, that dead world must be yours alone. But first you will rule. Then you will ruin.
What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Let's be allies, said the viper to the frog.
I seem to have trusted you, bro. 15. I seem to have trusted. Orin betrayed me, and you did nothing to help me then. What has changed?
We would not meddle in each other's affairs. This was our agreement. She came to us as Baal's chosen. We are but servants to our lords. Your presence here means your lord sees a purpose for you yet. I tolerated Orin, but I liked you.
You look carefully, but discover nothing.
I seem to have trusted you once. I'm not about to repeat that mistake.
I am not Orin. I know the value of alliance. Bane teaches his followers to reward those who support his chosen, not to betray them. You and I always knew we could only stand against the world united. Orin's blind ambition failed us. She compromised you just when success seemed certain. Ketheric, his obsession with his daughter made him lose all hold on reason. They floundered, even as they tried to rise above us. We will not, cannot, make that mistake if we come together in trust.
I'll think about it. No promises.
Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
An imposter? But who in the hell's...
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived.
I must go.
Before you do, come and witness, as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
Fine. All right.
Then we proceed. The Patriarchs await. Distinguished Dukes,
That's
Patriarchs,
crazy, man.
Dearest Raven Guard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the Council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
So there you have it. Lord Enver Gortash in all his glory. What did you make of him?
I can't wait to flatten him.
Not if I get to him first. How could all these people cheer for him like that? Can't they see what a chancer he is?
And people are scared. Do whatever it takes to make feel safe.
And they expect these big metal monsters to tuck them in at night while the Absolute knocks on the gates. If only they knew the truth. The Dead Three orchestrated all of this. And it's working. I wish this city, the people running it, were smarter than me. Gortash isn't their salvation. He's the monster at the gate.
So was I. Whoa. I wasn't expecting that.
Truest of souls, bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite communes with his, then falls quiet.
Father, my dearest boy, the hells have touched you, but you've come to me just as Gortash said you would. A true soul, no less.
Did they change his
Father
eye
and
color?
son, unstoppable generals.
Can't.
You
Oh, it
and
might
your
just be the
allies
angle.
will usher in a new dawn.
Or to help you, Florix sent me.
Help me? Ah, the Black Widow caught you in her web.
Floric chose shadow over light. Her betrayal burned deeper than the fires of Avernus. She's been punished for her lies. Don't let her get to you.
Punished? Gods, what has he done?
Within Ravengard's memories, you find Councillor Floric. She is confined in a cell right here in Worm's Rock.
The sun rises, true soul. Are you ready?
By the gods, what have they done to have made of the city's great hero?
What is a hero, if not an actor for the greater good? Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. Gortash and I will ignite the final spark, and that, true soul, is the greatest of goods.
No. This isn't him. This is the tadpole talking.
For a brief moment, uncertainty clouds his mind, then dissipates. The astral prism vibrates in concord.
What nonsense is this?
The prism quivers once more. Ravengard falters.
As I said, Baldur's Gate will ascend. Torill's first and only grand city. Let her light shine.
Incredible. To hear my father's voice speak those words, like a stranger wrapped in his flesh. I won't let the Absolute keep him. This is my pledge.
For so long, we have fought the Absolute, only to now learn that you were once one of its masterminds. There is nothing we can take for granted.
I understand my affliction at last. I am a Baal spawn. The murder of the Lord of Murder compels me.
You are a mortal child of Baal. Be careful with whom you share that fact. I hear many of your kind have met premature ends.
Hells, you are Baal spawn. It explains so much. Listen to me. I knew another like you, Gorion's ward, one of Baldur's Gate's great heroes. Baal's blood ran through their veins too. They burned away their own darkness with their own inner light. They chose courage, they chose honor, and so can you.
There we have it. You were working with Gortash. You were a chosen of Baal. I guess you still are. I want to say it doesn't make sense, but it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? I should have seen it earlier. All the signs were there. I don't want to talk now. Give me time. A lot of it.
Cleansing. Though, I've grown quite fond of Evan.
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it.
I went quiet.
You see,
I'm still kind of a little
Gortash has had your father.
I mean, obviously some of this shit I already knew.
Relocated.
But that that surprised me. Already? I thought Gortash would want to keep him around.
I'm just an impartial observer. This is Gortash's game. A murderous one, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
Have you seen the tieflings at the south gate? L2L's exiles.
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. Of course she's dreamt up some risible scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning?
I have no idea. Father's involved, which means it's worth hearing her out.
Mizora's always worth hearing out. That's what makes her so dangerous. We'll have answers soon enough. Mizora's gone to camp. We should speak with her. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
Time to get everyone's opinions, because I'm actually curious.
A devil will come for her due. Mizora is no different. Whatever it is she comes to offer, whatever choice Will makes, someone will suffer. Count on it. I expected Baldur's Gate to be insipid, stale, wholly without merit. But it's got a vicious bite to it. Delightful.
Okay. I discovered I'm a ball spawn. The Lord of Murder's blood flows through me.
I'm not surprised. You've become death incarnate. Mighty, yes. And altogether unpredictable and intractable. One day, perhaps soon, Baal will demand your fealty. You'll either muster the strength to defy him, or you will succumb. I know how I'd choose.
That was not very helpful, Queen. Thank you.
I had no wish to lose Will, but my, it would have been nice to flush her into the colony's flesh pit. Are you? Well, you have a rather vacant, tadpole finally ate my brain look about you.
I'm fine, let's keep moving.
You're the boss.
The answer is no. That information says...
The urges are calling on you again, aren't they? I haven't seen you sleep through the night once in the past days.
Don't be alarmed. I've divined with certainty. Lord Baal is my father.
I knew you had some nasty habits, but I didn't want to pry over much, but bloody hells. A Baalspawn. Probably more Baldurian parents scare their children with stories of your kind than mine. I thought your kind was extinct. Goes to show. You should always check your facts. So, how are you feeling? Keen to reconnect with your family? Or ready to throw yourself in an oubliette?
The pit. Definitely the pit.
You know, though I don't look a day over 100, I was alive in Baldur's Gate when the Baal spawn first arose. I was barely aware of it, locked in the kennels as a young spawn. Rather thrilling. I get to watch the bloodshed firsthand. I felt very unfashionable missing out last time.
Will ought to know what happened with Mizora. Whatever she has in store for him can't be good.
I understand my affliction at last. I am a Baal spawn. The Lord of Murder compels me.
I suppose that makes you quite remarkable. Though not in a way I'd envy, perhaps. From what little I can recall hearing of Baal's mortal children, not all succumb to his influence. Perhaps you can still resist your nature, if you want to.
Shards are using a place called the House of Grief as cover for their presence in Baldur's Gate.
Then that's where we need to go. My parents are in there somewhere.
Do more?
Whatever business Will has with Mizora, it will cost him dearly. Or worse still, it will cost us. I hope we can afford it.
I know the truth about myself at last. I'm a Baal spawn.
A Baal spawn? Gosh. I know what it is to have a closer connection than most with the gods. But with Baal, that's not a bond I'd like to be bound with. You should be careful. Very, very careful.
What fun I would have if I could play with Will, as Mizora does.
Okay. On edge, Orin's influence, I assume.
I am not. Orin could be.
Despite her protestations to the contrary, it is clear that Minthara is afraid.
What's to say you're not Orin right now?
You see through my Minthara mask, pretty little flesh thing. A joke. I am no more Orin than you are. If she is watching, and she may well be, she will delight in seeing suspicion spread among us so quickly. We cannot let that happen. We need to watch over each other, now more than ever.
You know there is a darkness within me. I have learned of its origin.
Tell me, or show me. My mind is open to you.
Exposed to the limitless horror of your dreadful imagination, Minthara's mind buckles, snaps, and then burns hot. She absorbs every detail, whether memory or dream, and drinks deep of them. You sense a desire in her equal in strength to your darkest urge.
Elghor, Doktak, Slayer. There are many names for you, and all of them inspire dread. You are exquisite.
So are you.
I know. We must find the Temple of Baal, slaughter Orin, and claim your inheritance.
No. Curious about your thoughts on Raphael's deal.
I do not want a devil to hold my fate in his hands any more than a god. I say we put the devil from our minds and trust in ourselves. If anyone should have the power of the crown, it should be us.
That's depressing. Ooh.
Has Ravengard on the side. That should tell you something.
What? Every Duke's just the same as the last.
Broke down the door because it was in trouble inside.
The house was on fire. We were rescuing.
I spoke to a witness who says you entered the house before the fire started.
The flaming fists don't stand for trouble, so stay out of it, yeah?
Mistake. Breathe quiet. Move with care. Let's see what you're hiding.
Ah, come on.
Breathe deep and move.
A prison guard has spotted you. It's either lie or fight.
I've been authorized to inspect the prison. Now step aside.
Somehow the guard buys your excuse. You're free to roam Worm's Rock Prison.
Don't waste a step. Seems like a good moment to talk.
You're too late. It's over.
By Avernus. Floric.
Girl, if I have to live with the fact that I'm a ball spawn,
Is that
you can handle yourself.
What curse has befallen you? No matter. The city, the future. It's done.
You're talking drivel. I'm getting you out of here.
You don't get it. We lost. I came seeking allies to our cause. Watchers spotted me, dragged me to Alder Ravengard's husk, empty as a stare. Your father's a tadpole's puppet, Will. Nothing more. He spoke in accusations. Apostasy, conspiracy, sedition. I'll be executed in 5 dawns.
The hell's with that. Nothing is over. Not while I still draw breath.
Pathetic. I'm going to get you out so I can beat some sense into you.
I'll give you credit. I'm drowning in tears, and you hold out a fist. Alder would have done the same. When the people need a miracle, you cannot wait for the gods to answer.
Father's words.
Indeed. To think I'd almost forgotten. No more sulking. I know what to do, and I can only do it with the help of the blade. Unlock my cell. Escort me out of Worm's Rock. I'll seek out my connections. When the city streets shatter, you'll want their blades.
Agreed, I'll find a way to unlock your cell.
Hurry.
Out of sight, out of mind. Never a dull moment. Another step forward.
Bye forever, pal.
Battle favors the fearless.
Moving to position.
I'm heating up, soldier.
This is my time. Finding my way.
They're dying for me. All of them.
Rude.
Impero.
Nice. Item.
2 steps at a time.
It Ali. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Come on, let's go. And
Come on.
Nothing hurts anymore.
Invisible.
Are they going to arrest
Let's
us?
rehearse this one more time.
Fist.
Pretend I'm a fist and tell me
Calm
what
down,
you're doing
dear.
in the house.
It won't happen, I swear.
In trouble. She's inside.
This is far enough. The way should be clear. I can't thank you enough for getting me out of that damned prison. And for giving me courage when I'd all but run out.
It's the least we could do. Your faith in this city should inspire us all.
I'm glad you're free. Proven a vital ally.
When the flames roared loudest, you pulled me to safety. Most would have let me burn. I won't forget it. I will travel to the upper city. Find what allies I can. You won't fight the coming battle alone. As long as the city stands, I will stand with it. This is my promise.
Thank you.
That's why nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll tell them what happened. Home in no time.
Nice.
What's up for discussion?
What? Oh, what are you doing in here? You're not a fist. Go on, get out, or I'll wake the others.
How about I do it? Guards, wake up!
No, wait! Why'd you have to stick your nose in? What in the 9 bloody hells is going on? Raynash, you've got one breath to explain why you're in here, or you're going straight to the cells.
Saw one of your officers acting suspiciously near that chest.
That's impossible. Raynash was on duty the whole... That sneaky little git. It was him all along.
How embarrassing. Isn't it your job to catch criminals?
We're preparing for an invasion. You think we have time to go after petty thieves? Now, unless you want me pinning this on you, get out.
I think that's a good spot. See you next time.